Going on, guys? Welcome, Rabid here, and today you guys are going to hit that subscribe button because we're checking out the hash rates of the CMP 100-210 on Flux. So we're going to go through the hash rates here, profitability, as well as what is the best miner for Flux when it does come to these GPUs between Mini Z, LOL miner, and G miner. So let's take a look at them hash rates. All right, so coming into the hash rates here for the CMP 100-210 on Flux here. Here are my overclock settings, just like we've been doing for all the other various ones. 1260 on the core lock, 300 offset, 300 memory, 1200 on the core, 300 offset, 300 memory, 1470 core, 300 offset, 300 memory, 1110 core, 300 offset, 300 memory. Here's the exact same settings. We'll get to that when we get to it because I did try a different miner. And here we have 1110 core, 300 offset, 0 memory. So all of these numbers are based on the best miner currently on this GPU for Flux, and that was Mini Z. Now here we're going to take a look here when we get down to it exactly what went on with other miners. So we have 1260, 300 offset, 300 memory. This was about 81.51 souls at 145.2 watts. That worked out to be a soul per watt of 0.561. 1200 on the core, 300 offset, 300 memory, 78.21 souls at 140.8 watts. That was a soul to watt ratio of 0.557. And remember, the higher the number is the better one because that's how many solutions you're getting per 1 watt of power here. In for our least efficient setting, 1470 core, 300 offset, 300 memory, 93.71 souls at 193.8 watts. Now, the funny thing here, I wrote this down here because I just started realizing the Mini Z power, software and stuff. So in the miner itself, Mini Z, we can see here that it was actually telling us we were only using 165 watts, where in fact, we're actually using 193.8. So that is a huge difference. And, a lot of people think the miner software is correct, and that's the actual efficiency you're getting. Well, guess what? It is not right at all. This is a huge difference off of what we're actually getting. In Hive OS, the power was actually telling us about 188, so it was a lot closer, but the mining software itself was totally off by a lot. So if you start using this number to build rigs or something, you're going to blow some breakers and stuff if you start getting close to maximizing it because you're going to be way over whatever limits you set there. So now, coming into our most efficient setting, we're at 1110 on the core, 300 offset, and 300 memory. That was 74.3 souls at 131.4 watts. That works out to a soul per watt of 0.565. And then this one right here. So here you can see exact same settings. This is what I decided after I was done on my testing here. I decided to pick my most efficient setting, and then I went through the other miners to see how well they did compare. So starting with LOL miner, it didn't even work. It kept getting errors every time it tried to detect and read this GPU. So that's another downfall of some of the CMPs is some of the miners might not even work with them. So in this case, LOL miner did not work, but G miner did. So here we have G miner's numbers for the exact same settings. We're only getting 60 souls. 60 souls here at 147.6 watts. So quite a bit more power. That actually worked out to be our least efficient setting here for this using that miner, but I only put it in yellow here because all of this, it does look like Mini Z is the best miner. So I chose this one here because of it. But G miner is not that good. LOL miner didn't even work. Mini Z is pretty much your only option for running this on Flux because obviously it gets way better numbers here. And then coming into 1110 core, 300 offset, 0 memory, that was about 70.04 souls at 127.9 watts. That worked out to be 0.547 souls per watt. All right, so with our most efficient setting here at 12 cents per kilowatt hour, it's looking like you'd be making about 40 cents before any type of power costs here, or 0.762 flux. And after power, you are profitable, but it's only about 2 cents. So depending how you mine crypto, I don't know, like is 2 cents really worth turning it on depending on your power costs and things like that. So things are going to be very, very interesting here. Now let's take a look at the higher setting. It's for some of you guys with cheaper power that like to just crank this thing up. And cranking this thing up, you are getting about 50 cents before any type of power cost, 0.96 flux here, but after power cost, it is negative 6 cents and negative 0.113 flux if you cover power out of that. So obviously it's looking like cranking this thing up does not result any extra profits at all. You lose money, obviously, which makes sense. Efficiency is key when it comes to mining profitability, but people with cheap power don't really have to worry about that. All right, guys, so that pretty much does wrap that up. This is the hash rates for the CMP 100-210 when mining Flux here. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section. More coins coming soon. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out.